You're going to go back and revisit your levers. So you want to know the definition, you know, what is first class, second class, third class lever used for? You know, what do we usually see? What do we usually see the force, the levers in the body, what produces the force for those?
Axis.
The muscles, right. So the joint is the axis, the muscles produce force, and then the weight of the body part, or, you know, actually holding the weight produces resistance.
Most of the levers in our body are second class.
Third. You want to go back and revisit, you know, all your directional terms, distal, proximal, medial, lateral, that kind of stuff. And you remember that all of that stuff is based on anatomical position.
Right.
There's actually not a lot of specific muscles on the test, more sort of muscle group things. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of just reconnect with, from anatomical position, what surface, you know, where do you find the elbow flexors? Where do you find the wrist flexors? Where do you find the wrist extensors? Anterior, posterior.
Okay.
Okay.
Origin and insertions, any of that? Awesome.
Yeah, I just didn't really want to be dealt with that too much.
Eventually, we'll get there.
So again, you know, if you're lacking motion, the muscles that are tight are probably the antagonist to that motion, right?
Say that one more time, sorry.
If you're lacking motion, the muscle that's tight is the antagonist to the motion. Go back and revisit scapulohumeral rhythm. And just your definitions of agonist, antagonist, stabilizer, synergist, those kinds of things. Go back and look at your balance information. So where's your center of gravity? Where does it need to be in relationship to your base of support? How do you increase your stability? You know, go back and look at your spine and your spinal segments, how many bones in each segment, how many nerves in each segment. You know, which curves are lordotic curves, which curves are kyphotic curves. You know, so a kyphosis, like your thoracic spine, is a kyphotic curve. Kyphosis, the diagnosis, is an extreme version of that. Okay? No, don't do that. You might want to go back and look at, you know, in terms of peripheral nerves, remember that diagram of like radial nerve, median nerve, ulnar nerve? Go back and look at that.
We have 2 hours to take this test.
No, I want you done in 15 minutes. I want to get all that.
I'll just put A for all of them.
C, I think C is supposed to be.
Yeah, see. Well, you know what, I've never done this, but I always wanted to. I wanted to give a multiple choice question test and make all the answers the same, like all of them are A.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just
Freak
remind
everybody
them.
out.
Everybody's
And
gonna change their
just
answers.
Or like
see
10 of them,
if
like
people
a bit.
will really read the question and answer the question, or if you start screwing it up just because you can't believe
Oh, I
that
was
they're all
screwed up.
right.
Yeah, it was totally screwed up.
And then just make
I
a
go
bunch
back
of
and
notes
erase.
picking at it.
Now, you're not gonna do that, are you?
It's the last one.
She
Except
might.
for the last one, make it like a B.
Make that.
You watch another page, it's gonna be all ads, and that'll be her little mini test.
I used to make matching.
Well, if I gave a test like that, I probably would not count it.
Yeah.
But I
That
would
be
just
cool.
give the test to make the point that you have to stop and read the questions. And,
Mhm.
you know, if you haven't learned anything else from me, learn that reading is a prerequisite for college. And you really, you know, that's where I see students screw up the most.